Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am clearly back in my Australia filming space. I know I am back in Australia for everyone that didn't already know that if you're not staying tuned to my social media or my vlog channel. Yes, I am back, so I have my nice background and excellent lighting here with me today, which honestly is so nice to have back again because the lighting in my bedroom in Canada is just not good for filming at all. No matter how many lights I have, it just doesn't work out. So I'm back to natural daylights and excellent lighting in general, and I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But anyway, for today's look, I wanted to create a pumpkin spice inspired makeup tutorial featuring lots of pumpkin shades, orange tones, gold tones, and soft warm brown shades as well, to kind of welcome in a fall and, you know, the Thanksgiving seasons and Halloween seasons and all that jazz. And of course, the introduction to pumpkin spice lattes back into our lives. Apparently we do have them in Australia, so I have to go check that out and see where to get them. And if you are in Canada, if you've tried out the Tim Hortons pumpkin spice latte, let me know. I didn't get a chance to try it before I left, but yeah, let me know. And without further ado, let's hop right into the makeup tutorial. All right, so to start off this look, I'll be honest, I haven't thought about it that much at all. And on that side note, I also only have half my makeup at home right now because I packed it all up when I left for Canada, and I just left it at a friend's house in a big box. So yeah, we're gonna try to create this pumpkin spice themed fall look using what I have on me, so I'm really excited. It's gonna be kind of a bit of an experiment. Anyway, to start off this look, I'm gonna be going in and using my Fenty Beauty foundations. I have been obsessed with these ever since I bought them, and because my skin tone has slowly been becoming a little more darker, I have been mixing two colors here. So I have color number 150, which actually is a shade lower, or like a tone lower than the one that I originally bought in my Fenty Beauty review video, first impression video, because that one ended up just being too dark once it dried down. And I wanted something that I could use as a transition for winter and summer, and I can just mix with this one, which is 240. Oh no, it's 290. So this one is an olive toned color, and then 150 here is a neutral undertone, kind of lighter shade that matches my winter skin tone pretty well. So I'm going to be mixing these two today to create kind of the perfect skin tone for me. I'm just going to be using my favorite Cushion Puff by Innisfree. These are my favorite way to apply foundation. I actually prefer these over beauty blenders. So I'm going to take about 2 pumps of 150 on the back of my hand, and then 1 pump of the 290, just like that. We're just gonna mix it together and see how that plays out. I really do love this foundation, but the only problem is that it really does cling to dry patches if you have any like flaking skin. I have a small patch of dry skin on the very like top of my nose bridge, and it really clings to it. I have too much foundation on the back of my hand, to be honest. So it's giving me like a really full coverage look today. I always like to take whatever is left over and also pull it a little bit down my neck, especially focusing on that part right there where your face kind of connects to your neck. And then I also like to take a little bit and just put it on my eyelid as my eyeshadow base. I also really love this foundation because I have kind of dry skin, so I don't have to ever set this foundation, and I rarely do. Only if I'm planning on wearing it for like full day and night, then I'll set in certain areas, but otherwise I don't need to set it because it sets itself, and it sets matte, which I really love, and it just doesn't move around at all throughout the day. It's really just such a nice foundation. Okay, now that my foundation's done, I'm gonna go in with a new concealer, and I'm not too sure if I showed this in a tutorial yet for you guys, but I bought it while I was in Canada, and it's the Bobbi Brown Instant Full Cover Concealer in the color Sand. And I got this for my under eye area because I really don't like that whole triangle thing that was so popular like for the past 2 years now. I really just like having a little bit of concealer. You don't really need to put a lot. And this one really works good for just doing that. And the color Sand, I feel like, kind of has the slightest peach tone to it as well. So it really works well for concealing those dark circles. Now, if you guys don't know about this concealer, it works best if you use your finger to blend it out. I've tried using it with a sponge or a brush and it didn't work out too well. So definitely using it with your finger is the best way to get a clean blended out look. And then once again, this is a concealer I don't feel the need to ever set, so I don't, because it just kind of sets itself. It's a really thick texture, but a lot doesn't come out on the wand, so you can really get a light coverage but still have that full concealer effect. Oh, it's windy outside today. And if you're thinking I look a little bit red on my chest, I might be in camera, I'm not too sure. In person it doesn't look too red, but I think in camera it might look a little bit red, but that's because I was on the beach yesterday enjoying some of the Australian summer sun and I got a little bit of color on me, but don't worry you guys, I was wearing my SPF 50 all day, but the sun still did get through a little bit. So I'm going to be doing a brows before I do anything else with my face or my eyes, and I'm going to be trying to use the L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist Definer in blonde or dark blonde, because I did use it in the first impression video that I did a few weeks ago and it just it wasn't for me. Like, I couldn't get the color payoff that I wanted, but I used it yesterday and I felt like I got more color payoff. Maybe it's one of those products where you have to kind of work it in. I don't know, but we're gonna try it out again today. I feel like every time I film with this eyebrow product, something always goes wrong. Like, what? It's falling off everywhere. Come on, L'Oreal, what are you doing to me? I was not even pushing that hard. Ugh. Brow struggle is constantly real with this product. I just don't know. It's like it doesn't want to work for me. A lot of you guys also recommended on that first impression tutorial to try out the Maybelline one. I was going to pick it up today, but I just didn't end up doing it. I feel like I've gotten more color payoff this time around than the first time that I tried it. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it did just take a little bit more practice for me to get used to it, but still, I don't know. That first time I used it, I just got literally nothing off the product and I had to use so much. Next, I'm going to be going in with the Etude House Color My Brows mascara in color number 4, which is kind of a light brown shade. Oh, it's too far. It's funny because back in the day when I originally bought this color, I didn't really like it. Like, it didn't suit my hair color that well, but I feel like it's a perfect match for the hair color I have. It's just so easy to accidentally put a little bit too much, I find, because the wand is so big. So I just want to tidy up under my brow a little bit because I feel like they're a little bit too much on the bushy side. So I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty 150 foundation, put a little more of that on the back of my hands. Then I'm going to go in with this flat synthetic brush and just kind of clean up underneath. I don't really feel like you always need a concealer. If you've got like a matte high coverage foundation, then I feel like this works perfectly fine for doing the job. So before I move on to the eyes, I'm just going to be taking this BYS banana powder and I'm going to be using that to set my eyelids so that the eyeshadows that I put on don't crease a bunch or get like kind of blotchy. So I'm just going to lightly dust that over. I'm going to put a little bit on the lower lash line as well, even though normally I don't do this, but because I want this look to be kind of seamless and I might use some glitters and stuff, we're just going to do that anyway. So going into my BYS Nude Exposed Palettes, I'm going to be taking the color Toffee here and using that as my transition shade just because I feel like it's kind of the perfect neutral, like medium brown shade. And I always go in and use this as my transition shade because I just feel like it's the perfect color for it. Like, I just love it. It works with like any look. Next, I'm going to be taking the shade Highlight right here, which is this gorgeous kind of almost rose gold shimmer, but it's more on the light side. And I'm actually going to be picking this up with my finger because BYS's eyeshadows are so velvety that they really apply best with your finger or like a densely packed synthetic brush. If you use any kind of other brush, they kind of like fluff all over the place and you don't get the color payoff that you want. So I'm going to be putting that right as a spotlight look, and when you use your finger you can literally just swipe down and you get this stunning beam of like glitter. Like BYS's shimmer shades are probably bar none my favorite at the moment, just because they're so good with their color payoff. They've really figured out the formula. I feel like there's never been a time where I've felt like disappointed with them. Next, I'm going to be taking the color Amaze, which is more of a warm toned brown shimmer, which I think is good for this particular look. And I'm going to be using that with my finger once again because it is a shimmer shade. So taking my small pinky finger, I'm going to pick that up as well. So just swiping over it. And I'm just going to pat it right on that outer corner and a little bit on that inner corner as well. And it's okay if the placement's a little bit messy because we're going to go in after and kind of blend it all out. So next we're going to be picking up that same color Amaze on a densely packed pencil brush, and we're just going to get a little bit of it. You don't want to pick up too much or else it will like flake everywhere. And we're just going to kind of blend out the edges of that so it all kind of connects smoothly. But we wanted to use our finger first so we could really densely pack on the color and get a good amount of payoff. So just kind of touching up those edges so everything kind of seamlessly blends into each other. Going back into the BYS palette, because apparently this is an entire look with BYS Cosmetics, I'm going to be taking this dark kind of warm brown shade right here. It's not really a dark brown, it's like a medium brown. And that is color number Brunette. And I'm going to be using that with another different pencil brush and using that kind of as the deepening shade in that transition color to kind of like blend everything together, but also deepen the look ever so slightly. So just popping it right in the middle of everything without over blending it into everything else. And then we're also gonna blend it into that outer corner. So just kind of pulling it down right into it. Going back in with the original transition shade blending brush, we're just gonna kind of blend in between that crease area and the transition shade to make it a little bit softer, but not too soft because we kind of want to keep those harsh lines. Going back in with our finger and having that highlight color on it, we're just going to repop that right into the middle because we don't want to lose that like beam of light that we had going on. But just like kind of patting it on, not really like doing an intense amount. Now this is where I'm doing something totally different and out of my personal comfort zone to make this more of that pumpkin autumny themed look. We're going to be adding a crazy pop of color today, and it's this bright orange shade by 3 Concept Eyes, which is a Korean makeup brand, and it is in the color 11 Orancia. Yeah, and basically it's just some really bright eyeliner that I never ever use, so I gotta sharpen it up and get it ready. Oh man, it's dry. So let's give it a whirl and see how it pays off. This is kind of like a first impression of it because I haven't used it in so long. So we're just going to be using this as our lower lash line pop of color today. So let's be really light and kind of, all the way from the outer corner right to the inner corner, and oh my god, it's making my eyes water so much. Why? Ah! Ooh, that is a fun. Okay, let's try to put it on to our actual waterline now. See, I never like doing looks like that where the color on the lower lash line connects to the waterline because my eyelashes on my lower lash line are pretty full. Not meaning to brag, but they always get in the way and I can never nicely get a seamless connection because I have too many lashes on my lower lash line. Ooh, that's fun. I feel fancy. I feel so fancy. So next I'm going to highlight my inner corner, and for that I'm going to be using my Bobbi Brown Pink Glow highlighter because it has different dimensional colors in it, so I can just either grab the white tone or more of the rose gold shade, but I'm just going to be reaching in for that whitish section of the highlighter and picking that up with a really small Sigma E30 pencil brush. I'm just going to be plopping that right on my inner corner, but not really spreading it out too much. I just kind of want that subtle kind of pop of light right in there to kind of connect the colors all together without overlapping them too much. Then next, going in with my Sigma Exact E32 blending brush, which is my favorite for my brow bone. I'm just going to also apply it right there as well. Perfect. This look is so fun. I feel like a whole new woman. For eyeliner today, I'm going to be using a dark brown shade because I'm not really into black liquid eyeliner looks anymore. I used to be really into it for a bit, haven't been for a few years now. So I'm taking the DUP Silky liquid eyeliner in brown black. It's a Japanese brand. You can find it on Amazon, I think. I was trying to actually find some brown liquid eyeliner pens like this when I was in Canada. I just couldn't find any at the drugstore. Let me know because like I really like brown. So I'm just going to kind of create a thin line. I want to keep the eyeliner more on the thin side today because I don't want to accidentally cover up the eyeshadow because I have a really small lid space. So I like to keep my eyeliners as thin as possible. To tightline my upper lash line, I'm going to be using the Play 101 pencil by Etude House in number 50 because it's a nice... It's a nice brown shade that matches the liquid eyeliner I just put on. And I'm going to tightline just so that my lash line looks a bit thinner. And once again, everything will have like that seamless effect. Now, I don't actually have my eyelash curlers with me today, but I'm still going to go ahead and try to apply some falsies. Here I have the Glam by Manicare Intense 34 Alessandra lashes, which I haven't worn in a while, but we're going to be just rocking that today in a little bit of mascara to kind of cover up the fact that I don't have an eyelash curler with me. Next, I'm going to be using a really basic mascara. This is the Eye Mania Mineral Mascara Separate Long that I got in Japan as well. It's a really lightweight mascara that washes off really easily with water, and I'm going to be using that today because I don't really need this makeup to last since I'm just filming it for you guys. But I'm just going to go ahead and kind of connect the two. I forgot how dramatic these lashes are too. I'm like, oh man, this look is way heavier than I intended. I'm also going to apply this to my lower lash line as well. Alright, so my eyes are done. It could obviously be better if I had an eyelash curler to blend them together, but I don't. So I'm just going to go ahead and move on. I'm going to be taking this BYS Contour On The Go powder, and I'm going to be taking the lightest shade and a very kind of flat, I don't even know what to call this brush, but it looks like this. And I'm going to be picking that up and using it to contour my nose. So just doing my usual contour. I like to... Oh, I think I got too much product. Oh no, oh no. That's a hardcore contour going on right there. So... Going back in with my Bobbi Brown highlighter, I'm just going to highlight my nose. So I usually like to put it right there, not on the tip, like a bit above and under that across horizontal line that I drew over my nose, just a little bit. And then I also like to put a little bit just up there on the nose bridge to kind of give height. And I don't connect it because I don't want my nose to be longer than it already is. So I just do those two areas. Then moving on to the rest of the face, I'm not going to contour my cheekbones or my jawline today because I just haven't been into that look recently. I'm just instead going to apply bronzer, and I'm going to be trying the Sculpt and Glow bronzer from the BYS kit today, and I'm going to be using this shade here just because it's a super bronzy bronzer with a little bit of gold flux in it, and I think that would be really good for this pumpkin spice themed look. So I'm just going to take this really small brush here and pick up a lot of that bronzer apparently. Holy crap, I was not expecting that. Okay. Wow, color payoff. Let's go at this then real gently. And I'm going to apply it where I normally apply my blush. Ooh, that's really pretty. But yeah, definitely be careful with it because holy crap, color payoff. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to buff it out a bit with my powder brush with no added powder onto it, just kind of whatever is on the brush. For the lips today, I'm actually really indecisive if I want to keep all the attention on the eyes or if I actually want to do a bold, like orangey kind of lip color. or if I want to do a tint. I haven't done a lip tint in forever. So I got two options here. I have the Etude House Dear Darling lip tint, which is the longer tube right here, which is more of an orangey color similar to the eyeliner that I have on. And then we have this other one from the Berry Delicious line, which is kind of an orangey pinkish shade, but I feel like we're gonna have to go with this one to get the kind of the color payoff that I want. And I'm not too sure if I want to also line my lips. That might be nice. Yeah, let's also align my lips just a little bit and blend it out with the Kylie Cosmetics 22 lip liner, because I don't actually want to have a matte lip look, but I still want to have that orange effect but keep it soft at the same time. So let's go ahead and lightly line our lips. Next, taking a cotton bud, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of buff out that color because we are doing a tint look, so we don't want the lip liner to be too clean. I just kind of wanted it to kind of redefine the lip shape a little bit that was lost with the foundation. So going in with the Etude House Dear Darling lip tint in shade number 3. Just gonna put that right there. I think it's so funny because the Dear Darling lip tint line actually is the cheapest out of like all of the Etude House lipstick lines, and it's my favorite out of all of them that I've tried. Absolute favorite. Then to finish off the look, we're just going to go in with a little bit of that Bobbi Brown highlighter just on the tops of the cheekbones. And there you have it, you guys. This is my pumpkin spice inspired fall makeup look. We're keeping it with the bright colors, but still also with the fall neutral shades, warm tones, stuff like that. I'm really loving this look. I think it was really fun to do. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And of course, you guys, thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below and subscribe if you want to see more of my makeup tutorials and videos and stuff like that. And if you want to see some videos on my daily life as I live in Melbourne, Australia and travel around, then definitely subscribe to my vlog channel in the description box down below because I upload there every other day. So I'm really active on my vlog channel, a little more so than I am here. So definitely check it out, as well as my social medias. Just stay tuned on everything that I get up to. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time.